Hey, welcome back. My name is Dino. This is a discussion of Jonathan Haidt's article After Babel. It's going to talk about the rise and fall of our very chaotic information environment, and more specifically, how social media became divisive. I'm going to do some of the highlights from it. The metaphor of Babel. This is Haidt in his book, or in his article. We are disoriented, unable to speak the same language or recognize the same truth. This is us online today. We're cut off from one another and from the past. Babel is a metaphor for what some forms of social media have done to nearly all of the groups and institutions most important to the country's future and to us as people. From this, going back to the metaphor of the Tower of Babel, where there's a number of people speaking a number of languages and it becoming cacophonous and people not being able to communicate, social media has disrupted communication and institutions. The problem. Once social media platforms had trained users to spend more time performing and less time connecting, the stage was set for the major transformation which began in 2009, the intensification of viral dynamics. So from this, the performance aspect of social media, where people do something performative, whether it's actually like a performance or writing something performative, like to sort of earn favors from like likes and retweets from people, going for that virality trumped the connection that we had online when social media first came out, and that essentially changed the form of communication, leading to the Babel. The binary virality, like just that it comes out in two ways when you look at it. If you were skillful or lucky in your internet social media usage, you might create a post that would go viral and make you internet famous for a few days. However, in contrast, if you blundered, you could find yourself buried in hateful comments. This new game encouraged dishonesty and mob dynamics. Again, going back to Facebook and Twitter, Facebook likes and Twitter retweets allow regular posts to potentially go viral, with highly contrasting consequences depending on how well and how skillful you are, what you said, how you performed. Finally, this had impacts on autocracy and democracy. An autocracy can deploy propaganda or use fear to motivate the behavior it desires, but a democracy depends on widely internalized acceptance of the legitimacy of rules, norms, and constitutions. However, when citizens lose trust in elected leaders, health authorities, the courts, the police, universities, and integrity of elections, this is within a democracy, of course, then every decision becomes contested, every election becomes a life and death struggle to save the country from the other side, which seems very resonant today. From this, social media's impact has eroded institutions, including democracy. That was the sort of the overview of After Babel, and sort of talking about the idea of how social media has led to this chaotic information and communication space, both the how we have begun to use social media and how it's kind of led to our communication downfall and institutional downfall. Please feel free to like this video. Please feel free to comment on the metaphor of Babel, the problem that presents, the idea of virality and how that's impacted you. And then finally, if you like this type of content, please feel free to subscribe to this channel for similar types of content. As always, thanks for watching.